Jimmy Uso's life taking a tragic turn after an injury worsens, leaving him debilitated and Naomi devastated. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. Jimmy Uso's life shattered after injury worsens, Naomi falls into tears. This isn't a wrestling storyline. This isn't fantasy. What we're about to tell you is devastatingly real. Jimmy Uso, a WWE legend, tag team icon, bloodline warrior, now finds himself facing a life more harrowing than any opponent he's ever faced in the ring. A routine match, a familiar injury, one thought, rehab, recovery, next superstar moment. But for Jimmy, everything changed. What was expected to be a temporary setback has spiraled into a nightmare. His injury worsened to the point that he's now permanently disabled, unable to wrestle, struggling with basic movement, and trapped in a body that no longer obeys. And Naomi, his wife, his anchor, is drowning in tears, grappling with a future she never imagined. This video brings you the full, emotional journey, how it happened, what it means for Jimmy, Naomi, the WWE Universe, and the legacy of a superstar whose life has been forever altered. Please sit with us, because this is not about kayfabe or entertainment. This is about a man, his wife, their dreams, hopes, heartbreak, and the challenge of finding new purpose when everything seems lost. A career built on resilience. Let's rewind. Jimmy Uso, born Jonathan Fatu, didn't simply walk into WWE, he stormed in. In 2010, alongside twin brother Jay, he debuted as the Usos, a team bursting with charisma, athleticism, and star power. From the Warpaint era through heel turns, and dominant bloodline runs alongside Roman Reigns, Jimmy's performances embodied fire, loyalty, and passion. 8-time tag team champion. Longest reigning tag champs in WWE history. Emotional storytelling moments, promos that cut deep, backstage exchanges that felt so real they blurred the line between fiction and reality. But he was more than a wrestler. A devoted husband to Naomi since 2014, a brother to Jay and family to Roman, a bright light in locker rooms, and a performer fans loved to rally behind. Through injuries, personal challenges, scandal, and triumph, Jimmy stood tough. He was the definition of resilience. And that resilience would soon be tested like never before. The injury that changed everything. It started during a vibrant SmackDown tag match. Jimmy teamed with Jay against Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. The crowd was electric. The Usos were in full swing. Then it happened. Jimmy landed awkwardly after a leap from the apron. His knee buckled. He collapsed. Not scripted. Not planned. Real agony etched across his face. The match halted instantly. Medical staff rushed in. Initial assessment. A severe knee injury, ligament tears requiring surgery and 9 to 12 months of recovery. Plenty of superstars have bounced back from worse. Fans believed this would be no different. But the post-injury journey became a nightmare. Rehab started well. Jimmy was determined. Physical therapy, workouts, relentless aggression. But after a few months, setbacks emerged. Swelling, instability, pain that never subsided. Tests revealed cartilage damage, nerve complications, and signs of chronic joint deterioration. As rehab progressed, signs of worsening emerged. Nerves didn't heal right, his knee held a chronic limp, even shooting pain when he tried to run or pivot. MRI showed early osteoarthritis, a degenerative condition that cannot be reversed. He wasn't healing, he was deteriorating. Doctors delivered the brutal news: wrestling was no longer safe. His ability to walk normally, let alone run, jump, or bump, was at high risk. Continuing to rehab aggressively could lead to further irreversible damage, loss of mobility, daily pain, possible need for joint replacement. Jimmy was at a crossroads. Wrestle and risk crippling his body forever, or give up the ring entirely. His heart shattered. His identity as a superstar crumbled. Naomi's world collapses. Behind every great superstar is someone who shares their journey, and for Jimmy, that person is Naomi. A former SmackDown Women's Champion in her own right, Naomi built a life alongside Jimmy centered around wrestling, family, laughter, and shared dreams. But now, Naomi is drowning in tears. In a raw, tearful Instagram live, she told the world, "You never imagined saying goodbye to the ring means goodbye to him. But it won't. He's not just a wrestler. He's my heartbeat. Over the past few months, Naomi has been at his side for every doctor visit, rehab session, and therapy appointment. But certain nights, she just sat, holding his hand while he wept. She's had to say, "It's okay if you can't do it anymore." Words no one hoped to speak. Financial stress followed. With Jimmy unable to perform, WWE compensation halted. Naomi took on more influencer partnerships, personal training, anything to support them. She decorated their bedroom into a rehab suite, physical therapy bands around the bed, support bars near the toilet, wheelchair ramps through every threshold. Friends say Naomi hasn't slept. Her energy genially crumbled. With camera crews capturing every moment for this video, she bowed her head and cried in tears that said, "The love of my life, worthless by society's measures." No, her words haunt. He gave everything to this business. And now it seems worthless. But I'll fight. For him. For the man who spent his life fighting for everyone else. WWE Universe reacts. Jimmy's story has shaken the WWE Universe. Major superstars spoke out. Roman Reigns, cousin and bloodline leader. "He's my blood. I can't lose him. Not like this." Jey Uso went silent for days, only to say on video, "You can break my brother's body, but you'll never break his spirit, or mine." Paul Heyman fought through tears. "This one cuts deep, real deep." Because Jimmy wasn't performing, he was proving how raw life can get. Fellow locker room voices. Bianca Belair, "He lit our days. Seeing him like this brought us to our knees." Cody Rhodes, "A performer we all looked up to. Now he's looking for another path. We got his back." Sami Zayn, who shares fighting spirit. "I feel so helpless. Because Jimmy gave so much to everyone else." Fan reaction was overwhelming. #StayStrongUso trended worldwide. Thousands of vigil posts, artwork of Jimmy in a wheelchair but smiling, images of Naomi hugging him posted across social media. But most of all, there's uncertainty. What comes next when wrestling is gone? Where does he go? What do they do? What does settling into a new life mean? For Jimmy, giving up the ring is a death of identity. Giving up movement is a death of soul. Doctors stress he needs major lifestyle changes. No jumping, no running, no abrupt movement. Social isolation was a risk, because of depression. Physical therapists encouraged counseling. Joint deterioration can worsen. Need routine monitoring, possible joint injections, lifelong brace wear. Career-wise, WWE insiders suggest a few sustainable paths. 1. Producer agent, helping match and coach younger talent. 2. Talent scout, using his reputation to recruit athletes, especially from tag division. 3. On-screen role, authority figure, manager, bloodline advisor. 4. Health advocacy, partnering with sports medicine charities to raise awareness. But doing any of these means Jimmy must face the public, in a wheelchair. The world that cheered him when he leapt off ladders might never see him again. Naomi, determined, is standing firm. He's still Jimmy Uso. Wheelchair, doctor's diagnosis, disability, none of it changes his value. They've started posting short rehab updates. Jimmy doing weight work, coaching motion drills from seated positions. He laughs in one clip, teasing Naomi about cross-body slams from his wheelchair. Fans respond, "That's my use," still smiling. But there are shadows. Extreme fatigue, residual pain, nerve flare-ups. The hardest months are ahead. Legacy and resilience. Despite everything, Jimmy's narrative remains heroic. This isn't a downfall, it's an evolution. A reminder that the fight doesn't end with a bell, it continues in life. Naomi says they plan to write a memoir, tentatively titled, Rise Again, covering his journey from ring to recovery. Tribute plans are underway. WWE's next pay-per-view will host a Chair Strong ceremony, a display of wheelchairs painted with bloodline colors, leading by Naomi and Jey, signifying that strength comes in many forms. They'll also launch a charity in Jimmy's name for sports injuries and mental health support, helping athletes facing career-ending, life-altering conditions.